Chapter 262, Invincible Aura. Due to the battle between Great Jing and Li Nation, the surrounding area had already become a dilapidated land. The vegetation had turned into powder and the rocks had shattered. Now, it had suffered another round of destruction. The battle that had just stopped began again. An afterimage rushed into the Li Nation cultivators. This person was like a hedgehog. His entire body was sharp, and his strength was terrifying. Whoever touched him would be injured. A shield soldier blocked it with his shield and Dharma treasures. With a bang, he flew up uncontrollably, and his arm was fractured on the spot. While he was still in midair, Songshi chased after him. After a short contact, a fresh head fell from the sky. Get into formation and trap him. Liba's expression was gloomy. He held a short knife in his bronze arm and slashed at Songshi, who was trying to kill his second subordinate. Clang! The sword knife made a soft sound, but it was blocked by Songshi's protective will-o-wisp and sword aura. It was as if it had struck Dharma treasures. Damn it, a body refiner. Liba was bewildered. If this person's physique was so strong, how could he have been so easily killed by the arrow just now? He did not know about Songshi's situation prior, but now, he had to go through Jing Wuji's experience again to know how terrifying Songshi was. Songshi gave a backhand slap, and golden flame surged like a fire dragon swinging its tail. With a bang, Liba was forced back, and a hole appeared on his short saber. What the hell is this? His physical body is even more abnormal than my Dharma treasure. Liba was shocked and subconsciously retreated, not daring to tangle with this old ghost anymore. At this moment, the many shield soldiers had already completed their formation and surrounded Songshi. However, without the array flags to combine their strength, they could only use their experience to form a battle formation to surround Songshi. How could a space that could not be completely sealed restrict Songshi? He jumped up high, and the explosive power of the sword body released dense strands of sword chi. These sword energies contained spirituality. After releasing them, they did not walk in a straight line. Instead, they shot at the archers behind the shields. Compared to the shield soldiers with good defense, the archers abandoned some of their defense in order to be agile and attack. A golden core archer was actually pierced by the sword chi on the spot. The archer who was about to attack was so frightened that he quickly hid under his shield and used all kinds of defensive methods. Liba exclaimed. This was the first time he had met a body refiner who also cultivated the sword path. Body refinement warriors mainly accumulated strength and defense. They were terrifying in close combat. Sword cultivators had powerful attack power and their sword chi could destroy everything. It was rare for them to cultivate both well, but this guy was actually good at both. In particular, this person's dharmic powers were exceptionally powerful. Moreover, he cultivated a blood path cultivation technique. There were simply no flaws. The more he thought about it, the more troublesome the situation seemed. I don't care how powerful you are. You're still alone. Are you going to turn the world upside down? He sneered, both to comfort himself and to appease his subordinates. Songshi, who was in midair, pursed his lips and replied in his heart, I am only one person, but I do have countless lives. Seeing that he did not move, the archer launched a counterattack after dodging. Whoosh, whoosh, Songshi's sword aura could turn, and their arrows could also turn. They gathered from all directions, sealing Songshi's escape route. Let me die again. The defense on his body was instantly removed, and Songshi was pierced by 10,000 arrows. He didn't dodge or defend. Liba frowned. Be careful, it should be an illusion. His spiritual force spread out to search for traces of the blood-robed old ghost. Suddenly, he sensed a nomological power fluctuation somewhere. Songshi had already appeared, but it was too late to warn him. Puff! Anarker's body had been pierced by a golden spear. Even though this person had used no less than 3 defense Dharma artifacts, it was still not enough in front of Songshi's numinous artifacts. Songshi was slightly shocked. The archer who had just finished him off actually broke into pieces and was swallowed by his blood dragon. He had already officially taken out his golden dragon spear. These people could not completely lock him down, hence the defensive cultivators, like the shield soldiers, rushed in front while the archers hid. They planned to attack forcefully to kill him off. Liba's face was as black as charcoal. He did not know that the archer that Songshi had just killed had a reward. At that moment, He only wanted to suppress this person as soon as possible. He could not let this blood-robed old ghost kill a large number of his people like Jin Wuji had. Use the 1,000 heavy shields to suppress this old ghost. He commanded the shield soldiers to launch a special attack. These shield soldiers were not ordinary. They were all cultivators, and their shields were all Dharma treasures that could undergo many changes. As the shield soldiers formed a seal, the shields emitted a cocky light and fused with the power of the ground. Their bodies quickly expanded, releasing huge stone-like energy shields. The energy shields condensed from the Dharma treasures were like small buildings. They quickly gathered together and surrounded Sanshi. "You're too slow," Sanshi commented. The space under his feet rippled like water, and he crossed 1,000 feet in one step and appeared behind the shield soldier. Damn it, divine teleportation footwork. Li Ba recognized this footwork and swung his saber without hesitation. Sky Splitter, he shouted, and his nomological power erupted, releasing his strongest divine power. A brilliant saber beam tore through the air, seemingly splitting the sky in half. It mobilized a large amount of spiritual chi of heaven and earth and slashed at Sanshi with an astonishing aura. "Your blade technique is not bad." The latter sensed it and looked at the saber light that was like a celestial river flowing in reverse. He raised his spear and stabbed at the saber light. The spear turned into a golden fire dragon and rose from the ground. The dragon soared into the sky and roared as it swam towards the saber beam with a majestic aura. Boom! With a loud bang, heaven and earth shook. The fire dragon bit the saber light into pieces and rushed into the 9 heavens, its domineering aura lasting seemingly forever. Li Ba grunted as he was injured by Sanshi's counterattack. Blood flowed from the corner of his mouth. "Your foundation is inferior to Jin Wuji's. Even Jin Wuji doesn't dare to touch me. Do you think you are worthy?" Sanshi held the golden dragon spear with the blood dragon wrapped around his waist. Sword chi raged around him, and the supreme Yang True Fire danced. It was as if he had an invincible aura and he looked like he could defeat 100 people at once, suppressing many people. Li Ba spat out a mouthful of blood and argued, "Blood-robed old ghost, aren't you just relying on living for a few hundred more years? Do you really think your talent can cover for your foundation? Whatever made me this powerful, you're no match for me. That's the truth." Sanshi sneered, "If you want to kill me, don't blame me for killing you all one by one." His domineering tone made Li Ba and the others who were watching the show from afar agitated, especially those who had a grudge against Sanshi. They were all reconsidering how to deal with this blood-robed old ghost. Oh my god, is this still that sinister and cunning blood-robed old ghost who only knows how to save his own life? He has possessed someone else, but he has also been possessed by someone else. What exactly happened? Like those who knew the blood-robed old ghost or those who had only heard of his name, they all had an illusion. How was this a demon? He was actually a war god. He was clearly alone, but he had made the 100-man team led by Jin Wuji and Li Ba suffer repeatedly. This old ghost is too agile. Don't suppress him. Turn to defense. Li Ba finally understood Jin Wuji's feelings. This old ghost could really fight against their 100-man team alone. They seemed to be able to kill this old ghost, but they actually couldn't. Yes. The shield soldiers shouted in a low voice. The energy shields quickly landed and smashed heavily on the ground. They scattered around and overlap, forming a large round shield in the shape of a cone.